Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft The War Within, and our immersive story-focused playthrough. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well, and I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we began our journey through the War Within, witnessing the fall of Dalaran, fighting back the Nerubian armies, and entering the city of Dornegal for the first time. Today, we look to continue our story, and we begin in Khazalgar's major city once again. Let us speak with Baelgrim and find out what comes next.
I followed the Council's directives.
I have failed my people. The Coreway is impassable. Dornegal's lifeline to the Ringing Deeps has been severed, as has the path beyond. The Renubians will get their comeuppance. It is my edict as it is my will. I will ascertain if the Council Ward yet functions and bring him to the archive. Speaker Brinth should be there, Titans willing. But Oathsworn citizens are still in peril. If you wish to ally with us, clear the debris here and help our survivors. I will meet you at the archive.
Fly high. I will check on my people, the Oathsworn, while you clear the rubble. Edicts guide you. Be gone, filth of the depths! You hold no claim here!
Alright, let's go ahead and take care of that. The Earthen's body is split from falling debris. A shadow gem lies within its core, too broken and embedded to be meaningfully retrieved. Let's see where we can find some more debris. I don't see too much yet. Perhaps it is at a level below us. Or maybe it's just these spider webs.
Moss grow over us. Survivors from the beach?
If they are truly allies, perhaps all is not lost.
Interesting earthen we have here in the archive.
What is your query?
You made it. Good. Is that a memory gem? You should not have disturbed our dead. But you have brought it to the right place.
A memory gem. There will be more to recover, I fear.
Looks like we have a couple of quests that have opened up. They both appear to be a part of the main story, so let's grab them both. We'll speak with the speaker Brinth first.
Conversation initiated.
I am Speaker Brinth, a machine speaker here on behalf of the High Speaker. I serve on the council in his stead, presiding over its restoration of the archive, the Titan machine installed in Dornegal. The destruction of the Coreway is regrettable. I have not returned to the Ringing Deeps in centuries. My processing lingers on the fates of those I know there and how they fare.
Back to work.
The memory gem you recovered is what its name suggests. It contains an Earthen's memories, directives, and a hard coding of our edicts. This building, the archive, is the nexus of our civilization. Here, memories are cycled, cataloged, and stored at the end of an Earthen's scheduled rotation. With the codex I have invented, we can access 1 or 2 memories from a memory gem. Take it and read the memory gem you found.
Return if you have more queries.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Nerubians everywhere! Look out!
It was Odin. I knew him. His memory will be preserved. Please deposit his memory gem into the archive's repository.
So, the archive holds every Earthen's memories. Can you view them?
Dagrin, this may be a solemn ritual for them.
His query is valid. Yes, but the archive has been inaccessible for thousands of years.
I'm going to reduce the music a little bit, just for now. It really feels like every single major city in existence has very, very loud music compared to the surroundings. Let's deposit that memory gem. We'll turn that one in and then we'll see what the other guy has to say.
The machines must be preserved.
It is comforting that Odin will be preserved in the archive.
Pay your cogs. Thank you. Keep the device. You may find use of it if you find more memory gems.
Dagrin, this seems like a place you'd be keen to explore. I'll be back for you when I know it's safe.
Well, Dagrin here has a little bit of a thought bubble. Maybe we can speak to him and learn some additional lore.
So much to discuss.
What kind of luck do I have? My first venture out of Ironforge, and I find myself in a land untouched by time. And the first building I walk into is basically a library. Did I die in the crash? Is this heaven? Nerubians aside, it feels like it. I'm keen to learn all I can about the Earthen, especially if it'll help my ma.
Oh, can I ask you another question, Speaker Brinth?
Yes, small one. My current directive is to answer your questions.
Fantastic. I'm much obliged. Where to start? How long has Dornegal been here?
Unknown. Our archive would contain that information, but as I said, it is non-functioning.
I should be writing this down. I'm standing here with a living relic. No offense. Can you give me a rough estimate?
The archive's last access date was approximately 5,000 years ago. But Dornegal itself has been here much longer, since before the sundering that we believe damaged our machines. Unfortunately, our memories from that time have been overwritten.
Overwritten? You mean in the archive, or your memory personally?
An Earthen's memories are erased upon recharging. Hence the need to upload our memory gems to the archive with each charge cycle. I am not offended, but we are unfortunately in decline. Without a way to recharge, we will eventually all enter stasis.
When will that happen?
Sooner for some than others. In the next 10 centuries, we will all cease to function.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do not worry. We machine speakers are working hard to reinitiate the machines.
I hope it works, Speaker. Truly.
Very, very cool. I hope we get some more stuff like that. Definitely fleshes things out a bit. Let's speak with Merrick's next, the Council Ward.
Very good to meet you.
I am Merrick's Council Ward of Dornegal. I appreciate your aid, especially in light of the fraught nature of your arrival. You must forgive Stormward Baelgrim. Being suspicious is part of his directive. A formal discussion of our situation is warranted. If you wish to strike back at the Nerubians, as we do, meet us at the Foundation Hall. Baelgrim and I need to review the data so far. In the meantime, you are my guest. Take my ring. It will allow you to access Dornagal's amenities.
The eternal welcome to Dornagal. You are the first Outlander to visit in years.
Very, very cool. All right. So we've got a list here for our campaign. We have ask a guard about professional trainers, speak to the flight master. So lots of cool stuff here. This is when the city is actually going to fully open up to us, it looks like. It looks like our renown is engaged. Let's go ahead and explore the city now. I think it'll be easier to switch our flight style. Oh, that's right. We need a Pathfinder for that. Alright, so we'll stick with Dragon or Skyriding for the time being. Let's fly around and see what we can explore. Lots of players. Let's pick up the flight path first. This seems to be a hotspot, this area right here.
The entire isle is under attack. Praise the Titans, you are safe, Meyrand. Were it not for the Stormriders, the city may have fallen. We need the Council's direction.
Very cool. Let's keep going and explore the city in more detail. Alright, looks like this is the inn. I'm not sure if it makes sense to set our hearth here or not. I'm not sure if there's an easy way to get back to Orgrimmar from here. I kind of feel like we should have unlocked the portal to Dornagal from the portal room. So I think we'll keep our hearth in Orgrimmar.
Beds are scarce. We have resorted to using the proscenium as a field hospital.
Very cool. I don't think the innkeeper is going to sell anything too interesting. But it looks like we can speak to Anduin and Magni. Let's see if we can get some more details. Once again, I think I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit for the time being, while we listen to these guys speak.
Am I needed?
We're lucky to find respite here. From what the Earthen have said, the Nerubians have been their enemy for millennia, but haven't come to the Isle of Dorn in force as far back as any of them can remember. The Nerubians have caught all of us unprepared.
Magni, how are you feeling?
How I look, to be honest. The shine has worn off of me. And of this speaker nonsense.
Nonsense? I thought being the speaker was...
An honor. Aye, until it wasn't. A song everywhere. And nary a peep for me. And dragged to the ends of the earth. And my family, too.
I can't offer you any comfort. I admit that I...
You're in the same boat, aren't you, lad? But the light seems a fairer master. I doubt it has left you truly Anduin.
I could say the same of you and Azeroth. I don't think it's you. I think there is much we don't know.
That may be. But if I were you, I'd enjoy my break from being a king and savior of the world. Figure yourself out. Rest.
My relationship with the light is not like yours to Azeroth. but I can see what you mean.
I am absolutely loving these tiny little cutscenes. They're not even really cutscenes. They're just some nice dialogue. Nice, fully voice-acted dialogue. I think that's something that we've been missing for quite a long time. It's much easier to get into the deeper details of the lore when you have moments like these, where you can just kind of sit back and focus without having to do too much reading. I think the next step now is to talk to a guard and ask about profession trainers. We're going to want to pick up our professions right away.
What is your command?
Let's see. Well, let's go ahead and look for mining. Seems to be pretty close by.
Continue speaking later.
Let's go ahead and take care of that first before we do anything else. We'll get acquainted with where our trainer lurks. Makes sense. Let's pick up Kazalgar Mining for 95 gold. Beautiful. I'm not, like I said in the intro to the series, I don't know how much we'll actually be working on professions. In particular, blacksmithing. I think mining is going to be good to make a little bit of extra cash, and it'll give us an excuse to explore these zones in more detail. So what kind of mining supplies we have here? Nothing too crazy. I don't even necessarily know if we need a mining pick anymore. Crystal Forged Cauldron, 57,000 gold. We'll have to see what that's all about. I imagine that just lets us smelt on the go, if I had to guess. Seems kind of cool, but maybe a little unnecessary. And I have to assume right across the way here is going to be where our blacksmithing trainer is. Well, let's see if we can find him. Got a blacksmith's table over here, and our blacksmithing trainer. Let's pick up the first couple of things. We got core alloy and iron claw weightstone. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the table. Yeah, this window is a bit more complicated than what I'm used to. It's pretty cool. Maybe I'll spend a little bit more time in between episodes kind of looking into how professions work, so it's not as intimidating. But we're going to head up and speak to Bran Bronzebeard and Auditor Balwers next. And we'll see if these other quests on the map are necessary. I feel like we should take the ones in the city at the very least, because they could lead to tutorials perhaps on how certain things may work in the major city. And it looks like we have a dungeon within the city as well, the Rookery. I'm sure we'll be exploring that as well soon enough. It's also worth mentioning we're a bar away from 71, which means we're going to get our first hero talent point very shortly. But for now, let's speak with Bran next.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
I'm not about to leave the Isle of Dorne unexplored. I have a reputation to uphold.
Okay, not much going on there. And now let's speak with Auditor Balwers at Foundation Hall. Looks like the biggest building in the city that we've seen so far. Here we go. We've got our portal to Orgrimmar and Stormwind. Noted. Foundation Hall. It will be important for that.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Gotcha, the Renown Quartermaster. Renown is something that I'm still very unfamiliar with. I'm sure we'll be picking up these different currencies as we progress, as we do some world quests and whatnot. Nothing too crazy. Looks like we've got some cool mounts that we can collect at some point.
My directive has been...
For now, let's go ahead and speak with the Council Ward again.
The edicts must be followed.
Belgrim's vigilance has kept us safe all these years, but today we need help.
Conversation terminated.
I hate to admit it, but we have been caught unprepared by the Nerubians. Our processes focused on sustaining Dornegal and our declining population. Stormward Belgrim's stalwart pride has kept him and the Stormriders capable fighters, but they are already stretched thin, and they are not builders. The Coreway's damage surpasses our ability to fix it. But that was not always so. I suppose if you wish to understand, you must learn more about us.
I have work to do.
Let's learn more.
We must... The Titans uplifted 4 wards. The Council Ward, the Storm Ward, the Stone Ward, and the High Speaker. To keep the edicts and build the Coreway and its fortress, Dornegal. But the Titans left, and the machines stopped. The Unbound abandoned the edicts, and the High Speaker retreated to the ringing deeps. And now, the machine speakers are cut off from us, and we have no means to fix the Coreway. I serve the Titans unswervingly.
We are fractured in half, and now our purpose is being tested. Titans, give us strength.
Then it seems long past time you stood united. We need to find this Edelgon, rebuild your Coreway, and take care of the Nerubians once and for all. Best mind your manners in the presence of a queen.
Alright, Moira, let's see what's going on here. With Maida and Anduin weakened, with me dad and Anduin weakened, and Illyria nowhere to be found, it's up to us to clear the way for Thrall and Jaina's army if we hope to strike back at the Nerubians and Xalatath. But we cannot get into the Nerubians without the Coreway, and we cannot repair the Coreway without the Earthen's help. If Merix thinks this Aldegon and her Unbound are the only ones that can fix the Coreway, then we need to find her. Time to sharpen me smile and put on me diplomat hat. Are you with me? Find Edelgon in Freywood Village in the Isle of Dorne.
If this Edelgon can fix the Coreway, we should seek her out. I'm willing to be a liaison, if you be willing to speak with her.
You are correct. Storm Ward, new directive. Take them to Freywold Village.
I will comply. Follow me.
Looks like we've got a teleporter that we can use. Just curious, as far as the map is concerned, it looks like we can't actually see where it is necessarily. Perhaps it looks like it's down south here. And that's where we can find our first delve as well. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at what these other quests are in the city, just in case they are important to understanding some of the systems for the War Within. Start with the Crossroads Plaza, which is right in front of us.
Communication initiated.
Hello, Outlander. Do you want to know about the news from outside the city? The Crossroads is a key place for Earthen to exchange information and goods, no matter their allegiances or edicts. My friend Bondaz unofficially maintains the square. He would be delighted to see you in person. I'm sure that he has already heard 100 different stories of how you and the Outlanders made it to our isle.
May the Titans carve your path.
Sure. Crossroads Plaza looks like it's on like some sort of walkway here at the end. So we'll turn that in and see where that takes us, and we'll pick up these other 2 quests as well. How scandalous. Did you see anything? I was just at the foregrounds picking up a jewelry commission, and all of a sudden, everyone was shouting like the Coreway was under attack. Again. But it was not that. Some peacemakers were heading towards the depot, where crafting shipments are sent up from the deeps. I bet it's something to do with the machine speakers. The peacekeepers ushered everyone away before I could see what had happened. But maybe you can sneak a glimpse. Investigate the disturbance near the foregrounds in Dornegal. This questline is part of unlocking the Earthen Allied race. Got it. So we do want to do this one as well, I think. Not sure if we're going to be playing the Earthen race at Allied race at some point, but I think it would be nice to at least unlock it. Before we investigate the disturbances, let's go ahead and take a look at the quest outside of the Rookery. Rook Tender Otwin.
Do you have a query?
There's word of troubles in the village of Rambleshire at the base of Thunderhead Peak. Can't abide the place myself, always wet and rumbling. But Rook Tender Lufcella thought it would worth a look. However, seeing as how the birds fancy the moss that the village produces. She's still green though, and might just need a hand. Meet Lufcella in Rambleshire.
Return if you wish to speak again.
So this feels like the most optional quest. It's just taking us to an additional village somewhere outside of the town. Maybe we'll follow through with it, but if it looks like it's just kind of another local storyline, then maybe we'll stop doing it. Alright, in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at how Scandalous and the Crossroads Plaza as well. Operations here are suspended on suspicion of smuggling. Be advised, relaying your last tasks truthfully is in your best interest. I swear by the edicts that this is an honest operation. Let's see. Move along. This is an ongoing... Oh, Undead Adam, my apologies. We may actually need your assistance. Council Ward Merrick's has authorized trade goods from the deeps to be transported through this depot. However, we have received a tip that more than crafting materials are being sent and received here. Dornegal observes strict rules about what we trade with and with whom. All commerce must serve the edicts, not the interests of individuals. We do not abide unsanctioned trading. We have started going through the crates here to find smuggled goods, but we haven't found anything yet. Help us take a look. Collect 3 seized shipments. Go through those crates. I want to see anything you find. Let's take a look. High quality coal. Assorted chisels. And moleskin apron. I just realized yet another quest, it looks like, has popped up on our maps. We'll have to take a look at that in a moment. The tip we received was from a highly reliable source. There must be something here. That is odd. These are very normal trading goods. There is nothing illicit here. This is all you found? And with that, we hit level 71. We'll take a look at our hero talents in just a second. There has to be something we're missing. The tip we received was from a very reliable source. We have no reason to believe we were being misled. The council ward will want us to get to the bottom of this, and I refuse to disappoint him. We haven't been able to get any additional information out of the workers, but maybe you'll have more luck. Speak to the ones we have detained here, and see if you can learn anything. Alright, so we're going to interrogate the workers and see what's going on there. Let's open up our talents. And we can either go down the path of a Deathbringer or Rider of the Apocalypse. We're going to check out both of these for sure. They're both very appealing. Honestly, all three hero talents for the Death Knight are very appealing to me. But we're definitely going to try out, I think, what everybody's been the most excited about, the Rider of the Apocalypse, of course. Summoning riders is going to be so cool. But mounted combat outdoors is like every Death Knight's dream. Like, you mean to tell me that we're going to move 100% faster all the time outside? I mean, yes, please. So looking at the talent that we're going to get once we activate this Rider's Champion, passive Spending Runes has a chance to call forth the aid of a horseman for 10 seconds. I'm very curious to see if that stacks. Like, if you have a chance to just randomly summon like all 4, for example, at any given moment. But each one gives a special little buff, or some useful functionality. Mograine casts Death and Decay at his location that follows his position. That's amazing. Death and Decay is one of those abilities that adds a lot to your damage in more ways than one, but can be kind of a little bit awkward to place since you have to spend a rune. And especially when you're Frost, you really just want to be spending all of that time pressing Obliterate as much as possible, in a sense. So the fact that you can get this, essentially a Death and Decay for free, is really, really cool. If you summon Whitemane, you cast Undeath on your target, dealing a certain amount of Shadow Frost damage per stack every 3 seconds for 24 seconds. Each time Undeath deals damage, it gains a stack. So just a really powerful dot. Should be pretty nice to get if you're on an elite mob, for example. For Trollbane, you cast Chains of Ice on your target, slowing their movement speed by 40% and increasing the damage they take from you by 5% for 8 seconds. Nice free little slow. I've found that in recent expansions, I never press Chains of Ice anymore. Like, ever. I never really find a reason to. I'm sure there's a time and a place in a Mythic Plus setting, for example. But it was definitely an ability that was much more useful back in Wrath and in Kata, when the open world was a little bit more dangerous than it is nowadays. And finally, we have Nazgrim. While Nazgrim is active, you gain Apocalyptic Conquest, increasing your strength by 3%. So that's the most boring, but it's more damage, and I'm sure it just looks cool to have one of the riders just be there. Super cool. Oh, and we get a point right away. That's really awesome. Yeah, we're going to go with on a Baylor horse right off the bat, I think. While outdoors, you are able to mount your Archerist Death Charger in combat. Let's make sure that we have that Death Charger specifically on our bars. We've been using the Fiery Warhorse as kind of our basic ground mount. Let's use the Charger. Because hopefully they'll allow us to use other forms of undead horses in the future. I think that would be really cool thematically. But the Death Charger is cool enough, so I'm okay with that. Let's get back to our quests. We're going to keep going with this quest line for the Earth and Allied race first. We might as well. We're in town. Let's see where it takes us. Let's go ahead and interrogate the line workers. I do not know anything, I swear on the edicts. My directive is just moving crates. Harthan abides by his directives precisely. This is an honest operation. Who are you? We Oathsworn owe no Outlanders any explanations. I have no idea what Kragad is talking about. And? Fine, fine. The crates have false bottoms for hiding goods, but we do not know what's in them. Alright. Aha! False bottoms in the crates. Very clever. That could be enough proof by itself to shut down this depot for good. But for the Council Ward's records, we will need a full report of any smuggled goods we find. So they have built extra compartments in the crates to hide extra items, eh? That explains how they have been smuggling goods into and out of Dornagal without our auditors knowing. Excellent work, Undead Adam. But now the fun part of our job. Those crates will have to be broken up and smuggled goods taken into evidence. Smash the bottoms out of the crates and bring anything you find back to me. Very well, let's see what we got here. Some Nerubian silk rope. Some actual Nerubians or some slimes, something in here. Infused underclay. And a bag of glowing shards and a bundle of receipts. Okay. Let's find out how those are connected. Kragad frowns as he looks over the goods you found. Some of these goods are from Ajkahet. We are specifically forbidden from trading with the Nerubians in any capacity. We cannot risk any resources falling into the hands of our enemies. The Council Ward must be informed. Those receipts you found. Steelvane is a known smuggler that we've been chasing for a long time. The Council Ward will be pleased to find we have solid evidence on his activities and maybe even on his whereabouts. Bring these receipts to Merrick's immediately. He will want to study them in detail. He said he was heading back to his office, so you should be able to find him at the Council Ward's rise. I'll package up the rest of the evidence to be brought to him later. Good work today. So the depot is now going to be shut down, and we're going to find Merrick's at the Council Ward's rise. Let's continue this quest line. We'll try to see it all the way through, if we can. Let's see if we're in the right place here. I feel like we're going to have to get used to it for sure. The city overall. There we go. The Council Ward has stepped away. If your directive is to make a delivery, leave it on his desk. That is what our directive is. And we are here at the Council Ward's office. This office is indeed unoccupied. A pile of letters is scattered haphazardly over what you assume is Merrick's desk. It appears that he has left in a hurry. The topmost letter is open and unfolded. There has been a situation. Expect delays. Steelvane. Seems like there is nothing else to do but leave the receipts on Merrick's desk. Okay, we have received Resonance crystals, excuse me. Our renowned currency that we could use. So does that mean we're done with this? Is there anything left? Interesting. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if we have unlocked the Earthen Race. It feels unlikely, though. It feels kind of weird that that would be all that we would have to do. So maybe there's going to be more on that later. For now, let's go ahead and turn in Crossroads Plaza. Looks like we have yet another quest outside, but we are outside the city now, so yeah, it looks like a lot of stuff has popped up. Let's poke around a little bit. Let's pick up the wanted poster. It'll be a nice, like, little extra mission that we can pick up. Wanted, the Burrow Breaker. This note is nailed into the post with a small chitinous plate. For crimes impeding the edicts of Dornegal, the council has deemed a reward to be yielded to any who slays the chitinous beast known as Stikar. A sample of Stikar's armor is attached. If you are unable to damage it, you are urged to carry on with your duties and leave this task for another. Cool, just another thing to kill. We can pick that up and deal with it once we're in wherever his general area is.
We are the Titan's bedrock and foundation.
An Outlander? You are real, just like the others have stopped by. There are so many of you. I can't believe my eyes. I know everything about the Isle, but could not have fathomed this.
Resuming work cycle.
Crossroads Tinkerer. So he's got nothing else to say. Interesting. No additional quests, no additional follow-up. Perhaps this is just meant to show us that this plaza here is home to perhaps some quests that may happen daily or weekly, maybe. Or perhaps just to simply lead us to another questing hub. It's hard to say.
Follow all edicts.
I'm not going to worry too much about these quests, I suppose. Or anything else here.
Our forged paths intertwine.
Oh, here we go. This is part of the quest line to unlock the allied race. I figured there would be more. I'm surprised it didn't lead us here directly. So let's go ahead and pick this one up. To Morning Rise. Greetings, Outlander. My name is Urtago, and I am caretaker of Korgren's apprentice at the Morning Rise Memorial Site. The mischievous, candlelit kobolds have overrun Morning Rise, and we seek assistance. Would you meet me at Fallside Outpost? It is just to the north of here. I will be able to tell you more once you arrive.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
Cool. Yeah, I think we can work on that. Let's go ahead and check out this dropped sack here. Just make sure it's not also a part of this Earthen Allied quest. I think we'll cover all of these local quest lines and local storylines that are on the map with a different character at some point in the future. Because it seems like there's a lot to take in and to do. So let's go ahead and head over to the morning, take care of the Morning Rise. Oh, so this is the mount they want us to use in combat. This is interesting. This looks very different than what our normal Death Knight mount looks like. Is this the same one? Oh, interesting. Perhaps if we haven't taken the talent on a paler horse, perhaps this would look differently. Because you can see the original image here in our mount log. But it looks completely different in the world. I mean, I love it. I love the way this looks. So perhaps this is what it looks like only if you take this talent. When we try to unsheath our weapons, it just kind of sheathes them right back. I know we could use our skywriting right now, but I definitely want to take a look at the zone from the ground level. I've always been a big fan of taking on zones from the ground the first time around. Make no mistake though, we'll use a combination of both traveling methods. We have arrived at the Fallside outpost. I'm not sure what this is over here. Got an icon on our map, but I can't actually see them. Let's speak with Ortago.
Communication in... Oh!
You are here. Thank you for coming.
Hello?
And Corgren?
Tell me what drives you.
Huh? Do I know you? No? Good. My memory isn't what it used to be. I am Corgran, caretakers of Morning Rise, a place for Unbound who are ready for their final shutdown. Those who come here for their final moments do so to break their cycle and be remembered as the Unbound they chose to be. Unless your kind experiences stasis lock as we do, I'm not sure what help I can give you.
May all paths be open to you.
I can feel my energy reserves depleting. I will soon not be able to execute my duties. That is why I have Ortago here to take over. Before my systems grind to a halt, I must make sure the Morning Rise is free of kobolds. They have invaded the memorial site. I tend and plunder the unbound shrines and bodies that are there. Maybe it is good you are here. You may have the strength to help us. Please, help Ortago rid the sites of kobolds.
Follow no directives but your own.
Do you have the explosives? Don't worry, Corgran, I have more than enough. I just don't want you to return cracked and chipped. I'll be careful. I wouldn't want to leave you alone with no one to take care of you. It looks like we're going to be following Ortago. I'm not sure if we can just meet her over there or if she's actually going to walk all the way. Yeah, okay, we'll meet her over there. This is really cool. I'm really excited to learn more about the kobolds. I feel like we've basically learned nothing about them since, I don't know, Vanilla? Well, maybe Cataclysm. They might have shown up in Cataclysm as well, if I remember correctly. But it's going to be very interesting to get some more kobold lore. It looks like our first delve is here as well. And our first bonus objective, I suppose. I'm sure we'll learn more about the delve soon enough. I don't want to just hop in without a little bit of instruction first.
What path brought you here?
Look at what these kobolds have done. I am happy that Corgran hasn't seen this. He needs to rest and conserve his energy. That may stave off his shutdown a little longer, at least until we're finished here.
Follow no directives but your own.
Corgran still calls himself the caretaker, but I'm the one who's been taking care of the Morning Rise for some time. I don't mind. Corgran is very kind. But the situation here has gotten away from me. We have some work ahead of us.
May your choices return you here.
Take these gifts and place them by the past caretakers. Each is a gift honoring their memory. I'd also like us to perform some light groundskeeping to at least maintain the site. Unfortunately, what these kobolds are doing to the memorials will take us weeks to fix. Please do what you can about the kobolds. It would be unwise to leave the gifts unguarded while they are still roaming the area. Alright, we're going to eliminate the kobold infestation and place the gifts near the shutdown.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Alright, let's try out our mounted combat for the very first time. Yeah, I can already tell that I'm going to love this. And I'm also going to tell you right now, if Blizzard finds a way to remove this in the next expansion, I'm going to be very upset. like this is one of those things, and that's look at that, High Inquisitor Whitemane, our first rider summoned. Yeah, you cannot tell me that they're going to get rid of this like ever again. You can't just give us this and then take it away at some point. Like once you have given a class something as defining as this, I don't know how you can possibly take it away. Alright, we've placed what we needed to and cleared out the few kobolds that were here. Let's talk to Urtago again.
A new experience.
I am amazed how much damage the kobolds have done to the site. So many shut down earthen desecrated. I know that I'm not yet the head caretaker, but I take full responsibility for this. I should have asked for the mantle of caretaker long ago when Korgrin started to show the first signs of memory overwrite and stasis lock.
Our lives are our own.
Looks like we got a couple of more follow-ups.
Journey far and
It looks like the kobolds have taken gems and other body parts off of these shutdown earthen. Abominable. Find where the kobolds are hiding their plunder and bring it back to me so I can return it to its rightful place later. This vandalism will not go unchecked.
May all paths be open to you.
Desecrating a memorial site is one of our greatest taboos in earthen society. This site is a window to our past, into our memories, and a place of self-reflection, where we can commune with those who are no longer here. Still, so many of these kobolds infest Morning Rise. For their crimes, the kobolds deserve the harshest punishment. They must be culled even further.
Let's commit our meeting to memory.
Alright, she'll be waiting up ahead for us. We're going to slay some more kobolds and collect some earthen belongings. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's get to work. I really gotta find a way to replace that trinket from the event that turns us into like a random person from Northrend. Honestly, we don't need it. Our gear is pretty overpowered, I'd say, for where we are in the story right now, so I think I'm just gonna remove it. It's just a little annoying that it keeps changing us into something different. We've collected the belongings, we just need to slay a couple of more invaders. I don't think this is... Oh, it actually does look like it's part of the little bonus objective here, so let's keep doing this until we complete the bonus objective. Very good. Very good. It looks like we're all done here.
Tell me, what drives you?
The infestation is worse than I thought. I didn't want to escalate this, but I see no other way. These kobolds must learn their lesson and never come back.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Thank you for doing this. I am relieved, but there is much more work to be done.
Our lives are our own. May your choices
I was not made as an earthen of the sword, nor as one who calls for violence. That is the domain of the Stormriders. What these kobolds did is frowned upon not just by us, the Unbound, but by everyone in earthen society. I am not proud that we have had to kill them, but we had to stop them by any means.
May all paths be open to you.
Great collapse. Now that we landed a mighty blow, it is time to make sure that we block their tunnels so they cannot come back. Remember the stuff that Corgrin asked about? Explosive sticks. His recipe. I have brought enough to shake a mountain. More than enough for the kobolds. Help me show these kobolds that we will fight for what is ours so they will never come back.
Journey far and safe.
Knowing kobolds, they will have several workmasters or leaders running their raid. Find and eliminate these so-called workmasters. The rest of them will get disorganized, forget why they are here, and hopefully leave us alone.
Follow no directives but your own.
Very, very cool. I am not sure how much more is left of this quest line, so I think we're going to stop it right here for now, guys. We are looking fantastic on our new Death Charger. And I am very, very glad that we now have our hero talents fully unlocked. In the next one, we're just going to keep doing what we do. And hopefully we finish the quest line to earn the Earthen as an allied race. And we can get back to the main story of the War Within. As always, I thank all of you guys so much for watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.